It's Christmas. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. We're back in the kitchen now. I thought, you know what, this is a good time to show you guys a recipe when you don't have much indoors. And basically one thing I do have, I've got flour, I've got yeast, I've got garlic, and I've got hamburger meat specifically. Like, imagine, so what I do is when I buy anything where I know I'm not going to use all of it, I'll separate it into freezer bags and then put them in the freezer. And there was one hamburger just randomly chilling in my freezer, so I was like, okay, cool, what can I do with this aside from make a hamburger? So I keep on seeing like Christmassy themed dough ball type things. So your girl's got an idea, I've got a vision. You already know that I like cheesy dough balls, so wait with me, there's going to be a build up. We're going to do, rather than doing a dough ball Christmas tree, we're going to do a dough ball ring, like a wreath, yeah? And then in the middle, what I did want to do, I wanted to cook the meat and then put it on the inside, but we're kind of running low on time. It needs to be something that I can do basically under an hour, call it that, because what I would have done is cook the meat from earlier on, let it cool down, and then put it inside the dough ball, because then it will work. But if you put it in hot, it's gonna be messy. So the plan is we're gonna have a little dish in the middle that's got some, like, I'm gonna call it like a lasagna, but not really a lasagna. So it's gonna be like a hot bolognese sauce dip, nice and cheesy with the dough balls, and you're just gonna take the garlic dough ball, the garlic butter, and just it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Garlic dough ball wreath recipe. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it, because those things you put on the door, they're called wreaths, isn't it? Anyway, let's get straight into it, guys. Follow along with me. Today's vlog, the 16th. I think it's the 16th today. Oh, I can't keep up, guys. But anyway, come with me, let's cook. Okay guys, so we've got 250 grams of plain flour here, I'm sure. Yeah, 250 grams, I'm sure it is. I'll put the exact measurements in the description below, but I'm more than certain this is 250. Then we've got some active dry yeast. This should be 7 grams. Yeah, this is 7 grams. Then we've got half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, and we've got, this is like 3 teaspoons of chopped garlic, but we're going to use it for the garlic butter and for the bolognese, so that can get pushed to the side. Right now we need this, and about 150 mils of warm water, but we'll see. I'm going to put that there. So yeah, let's get straight into it. We've got our flour here. I'm just going to add in the yeast. Then we've got 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and then we just want to whisk this up so it's all mixed in together. And then once it's all mixed in, we're just going to get rid of the whisk, because I don't like to use the whisk to mix my dough, and then just add your water gradually. And for this, I would actually use a spoon. Probably isn't the right way, but I incorporate it with a spoon, so just mix it in gently. You can use your hands, and to be fair, I will move on to using my hands. I'll put a glove on, but whilst I'm just adding the water gradually, I'm just going to use a spoon. And you might find that you won't use all of the water, so just keep mixing until it starts to form a dough like this. Add a bit more. And I think this is only going to need a little bit more water. It's not going to need all of this, so it's got about that much left. So I'm pouring about half of that. And then I think I'm going to go in with my hands. I've got a glove on now. So what I am going to do... So what I'm going to do is just move this spoon, take off the excess dough, and just begin to knead this in, like so. And that's basically how I make my dough balls. Very simple. Leave it to rise for about 30 minutes, and whilst that 30 minutes is going on, we'll be doing our bolognese sauce. So yeah, just gotta keep on kneading it in. And these little bits here, what you do, just take the dough, wipe the bowl, and then keep kneading it in. Because you might think you need a bit more water in there, but believe me, the more you knead it, the more it's going to work in. You're going to have a nice soft dough. Nice soft dough. So just keep on kneading like this. And then basically, that's what you want. Ball of dough like this. Knead it for about 15 minutes until it's nice and soft, and then cover this bowl with cling film. Okay, so now my dough is proofing. I kneaded it for about 15 minutes and then covered it in cling film. So when we come back in about 20 minutes, it should be nice and risen. That's what we want, okay? And then we're going to start on our meat sauce. Okay, and now we've got our hamburger meat here. So we're going to add about half a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then half a teaspoon of lamb seasoning. Then we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of freshly chopped garlic. And simple as that. And then just mix that up, because it literally is a little bit of meat, so you don't want to over season it. So just mish mash that up. And then once you've seasoned, we're going to pour you over here. And on the heat. And we don't need no oil in this pan, we just want it to get hot. So wait for your pan to get hot. Once your pan starts to get hot, just put all that meat in there. And also get some passata basically and open it up. We're not going to use all of it, but just get it ready. So just start to brown off this meat. It should only take a few minutes to brown off. So, after about 5 minutes, your meat should start to look nice and brown, like so. And just break it down with the spoon so that there's no big chunks in there. you want it to be really minced and broken down like this. And once your meat looks like that, we're going to get some tomato puree or tomato paste. And put about 2 tablespoons in there, or a tablespoon and a half. And we're going to just mix that in as well. And just continue to mash that meat as you work it into the tomato paste. And then once you've done that, we're going to pour in some passata or crushed tomatoes, basically tomatoes without the seasoning or anything in it. It's basically just blended up tomatoes. So you're probably going to need about, there's about 500 grams in that big tub that I was using. You probably need about a little less than half, so maybe 200 grams of that. And then literally, this is it. Just turn it down once you've mixed it all in. We're also going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning to this. So I'm going to add half a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And then we're also going to add half a teaspoon of garlic and herb seasoning. Just give that a mix, and then literally this is it. You're going to leave it on low and just stir it every now and then. But this is our quick meat sauce, which is going to become our dipping sauce for the dough balls. And I know you're probably thinking a meat sauce is dipping sauce, but girl didn't have enough time to stuff the dough balls with, so this is our compromise, okay? So leave this on the heat and let it kind of just work in all those flavors. Turn it down, turn it all the way down, and just leave it to do its thing. And now we're going to make our garlic butter, okay? So in this pan, I've got some butter melting here. It's about 2.5 tablespoons of butter in there. And what I'm going to do is add all the leftover garlic into this. So it's about 2 teaspoons of chopped garlic. I've got the heat on low because we don't really want to fry this garlic. It's more like we just want it to infuse in that butter and get nice and soft. So do this for about 5 to 10 minutes, or just till at least you can tell the garlic's getting soft and it starts to almost melt into that butter, you know. So for about 5 to 10 minutes on a low heat, just keep stirring your garlic into your butter. Okay, so once it starts to go all foamy like this, you can turn it off now, because we're going to let this sit and infuse whilst we assemble our dough balls and whatnot. So yeah, you can put this to the side once it starts to look like this, and you've basically got a nice garlic butter. Okay, I just added a little bit of water to my meat sauce because it was getting a bit thick. So as you can see, this is the consistency that we kind of want. Not too thick, not too thin. Just going to add a little bit more water in, just to thin it out a little bit. And we need to add some sugar to this as well. So just add about a teaspoon of sugar, and that's to cut the acidity of the tomatoes that are in there. So don't think, oh my gosh, why is she adding sugar to her meat sauce? It's a thing. Believe me, it's a thing. Just think about how acidic ketchup would taste without the sugar in it. That's probably the only way I can describe it to you. So once you've mixed that in, just again cover it and put it back on the heat. And then for our dough, as you can see, it's definitely risen. So let's just unravel so you guys can see. This is what you want, and you want it to just a nice soft dough like that. Perfect. And also it should kind of be just like easy to stretch. Hold on, let me move you guys so you guys can see. So yeah, your dough should be pretty much easy to pull apart. And yeah, nice soft dough that we can put into dough balls now. So now what we are going to do is assemble our dough balls. So what I like to do, I like to basically get my dough already, rip it into pieces and then rest them to the side, because then I basically know how much dough I have left and also how many dough balls I need to. Hold on, I'm trying to show it so that you guys can see. So let me reposition. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And then basically some of them are of course a little bit smaller than others, so I just add more to those, and then I'll start to roll the balls up. And then basically when I've rolled them, I will see if any are bigger or smaller than others. I'll take some more, like this one's really small, so I'll probably just take a bit from that one for now, put it back. And then yeah, you could weigh them out if you wanted to. I mean, I've done this recipe so many times, so I kind of just like to do it this way, especially if it's a quick little recipe. So I should have 12 dough balls here. What I might actually do, when that happens sometimes, I'll combine them rather than stretching it out so far, because I don't want them to be too little or too big. So to be fair, this makes 12 dough balls, but sometimes it could be 11. Okay, so I think take a bit off of that one, and then yeah, we're good to go. That's how I do it. So then what we're going to do, we're going to get our cheese and we're going to stuff these dough balls now. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to get each piece of dough basically and start to pull it apart with your hand until it's flat. And what I like to do sometimes is like just get my fingers, pat it around until it's flat, and then you can use whole mozzarella, but I don't know why, I like to make life harder for myself and use grated mozzarella. So just get that, carefully put your mozzarella inside like this. Normally I go like this, so it will be quite easy to do that way. And then pinch one side, or maybe actually, hold on, I might need to take some out. Let's see, hold on. You just gotta be super careful. Okay, so get one side of the dough and pinch it to the other side, and then get the other side of the dough and pinch it to that side, and then basically you'll be able to just pinch all of the sides of the ball, twist it and roll it, and then just keep rolling it until you've got a ball like that. And then what you should have, at one side you should have where you've sealed it, so you're going to put it in the dish that way down. So then you've got that side up. So let's do another one, make sure you don't get them mixed up. So make your flat surface with the dough, put it in the palm of your hand, get your cheese, place it carefully in the middle, like so. Yeah, that one was better, to be honest. And then get your back piece of dough, your front piece of dough, and pinch it like that. And then get the side pieces, and again pinch it like that. Pinch the whole top together, and then roll it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we've got 11, which is fine. And what we're going to do, as you guys know, I like to use my little foil dish things. You already know the vibe. So let's assemble this now. My sauce is off. So I'm just moving my lights around. My sauce is off now. The oven is on, preheating. What I'm going to do now, foil tray here, and normally what I kind of use as a guide on these foil trays is the little slits here, and here they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, there's 8, and there's a little pot here, but I don't think we need to put them in so close, because basically I'm going to use something like, we're going to use this to put in the middle, or this. Now, I don't really know which one's going to be best for dipping, but I feel like this one is going to be better because it's lower. I don't know, something just tells me it's going to be better. So I'm going to kind of use this as a guide to work with here. So we've got our dough balls here, and I'm literally going to put it right to the side. So rather than putting it closest to this, I'm going to put it more so that it touches the side, okay? And then what you might need to do is when you take the balls out of the bowl, you might need to just roll them again a little bit just to get a nice shape. We can fit it all in like this. Ta-da! Here goes our little reef. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, I did say that, our reef. Let me move the bowl. And then we've got our reef. Now, the question is, can I bake it with this there and the sauce ain't in there? Because basically it needs a first bake. Now something's telling me, Shan, you need to put something within this for it to be okay. You can't just put it in there on its own. But you know what, again, in Jesus' name, what we're going to do, we're just going to put it in there and I'm going to check on it. Because it goes in with a first bake anyway at a lower temp. And then I'm going to put the sauce in here, sprinkle some cheese on top, bish bash bosh, whatever. So for now, you've got your thing like this here, and then what you want to do, that butter from earlier, that infused garlic butter, you want to get that. You just want to get a little bit on the brush and just brush it over your dough balls. And just add one layer of it, not, you know, don't go crazy, because what you're going to do, you're going to go crazy later, okay? So literally just spread that over. Look at how gorgeous this looks. Yes, you guys already know dough balls is one of my favorite things to make, so I'm in my element right now. And then what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the oven at, like, what's it on right now? Okay, at 160, yeah, at 160 or 165. It's normally 165 to 170, so let me say 165 for about 10 minutes, okay? And then we're going to take it back out, and basically at that point it should be baked but not brown. The brown part will come later when we turn it up, we put in the sauce and whatever. So wish me luck when it comes to this, because I've never tried this before, but we'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so my dough balls are in the oven and I'm a little bit, you know when you're impatient and you're like, I just need to look. Oh, guys, it looks like I've made one of those bread ring things. I'm so impressed. And I don't know why. I actually don't know why, because I've made dough balls and that before, but this is a cute little Christmassy vibe. But now I've got to wait for the dough balls to bake. But it's a quick thing, like legit, it took me, how long have I been in the kitchen now? Less than an hour. It's taken me less than an hour to do this. So imagine you've got friends coming over and you're thinking, what am I going to cook for them? You know, they need a little bit of a, you know, they need something to eat, but nothing too much, like nothing too drastic. This is what you give them. They feel like they've had something warm, they've had something comforting, but at the same time, it's not, oh gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see it. I can't wait. Guys, the dough balls are where it's at, so I'm going to take them out and show you. It's like halfway. This is what you want. You want to cook it so that it cooks like the inside and melts all that cheese, and then it needs to get nice and brown. So let me show you. Here we go. Look at that, it's so pretty. So this was in for like 10 minutes. As you can see, it's brown, but it's not where it needs to be. It needs to be giving right now. So what we're going to do, put our meat sauce in there with some cheese on top, more garlic butter and some parsley, and then yeah, we'll be good to go. Okay, so I've put the meat sauce in the ramekin with some parmesan and some mozzarella. Then I've brushed more of the garlic butter over the buns, and then I'm basically going to put it back in, but I'm going to turn it up to 180 this time, and it should take about 5-10 minutes to finish it off. But how lovely does this look already, guys? I'm sorry, but if you need this Christmas wreath, I need to name it. I need to name it Shan's Christmas wreath or something. I don't know. There will be a name for it, but oh, just look. Just look at that. Okay, back in the oven now. Look, I've also even got leftover sauce. So that idea I said about when that runs out, just fill it back up and you're good to go. So yeah, let's put this back in for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then we're gonna indulge. Okay, so it's ready. The smell in the kitchen is like garlic and just parmesan. Oh gosh, it's heaven right now. So let's go ahead and see. And there we have it, guys. I'm gonna get some more of that butter and put it over the top. But talk to me, guys. What are we feeling? What are we feeling? Yes. And you know what? I'm going to be annoying. I'm going to be annoying. And you know why I'm going to be annoying? If you guys want to see the cheese pull, the dip, all of that, you got to go and head to my TikTok. I'm going to finish this off on TikTok. So if you guys want to see all of this and want to see me dip into this, then you gotta go and click in the link in the bio, because that's what you gotta do. Do you feel me? So head to my TikTok. I don't know when it's gonna be up, but it will be up today. So stay tuned. Go drop a comment and let me know if you came from YouTube, so I can know where my YouTube gang is at. You already know. Oh, look at that. Sorry, I've just got to show you guys. Look at this. This is so Christmassy. I love it. So Shan's Christmas dough ball wreath. Yeah. And what you could do, you could even have different dips inside. Like, it doesn't have to be that, but yeah. So if you enjoyed this one, then I mean, give it a thumbs up, because I'm sorry, but this has got to be probably the favourite out of all the vlogmases that I've done now. And yeah, I can't wait to indulge. And as I said, head to my TikTok, Chanel A. Wallace. If you're not following, then I don't know what you're doing, because that's kind of where, you know, where I thrive, you know. But go drop a comment, let me know if you watched this here and then directed yourself to my TikTok to see the final product, because yeah, we got to share a little bit of the content with everyone, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I can't wait. I'm like staring at it right now. It's right there, so I'm about to you know, I'm going to finish it off and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So if you want to try this, of course, ingredients list will always be in the description down below. I'm going to put the ingredients list also on my Instagram and on my TikTok and all of that, so everyone can try it. I want to see everyone trying Shan's Christmas wreath. Yeah, Chanel's Christmas snowball wreath. Is that a bit long? I'm going to think of a name. But yeah, it's been fun, guys. I enjoyed today. Make sure you're subscribed to all my socials, Chanel A. Wallace on TikTok and Food with Chanel on Pinterest, YouTube and Instagram. See you in the next video.